Looking back, it's almost been 3 weeks since I started working on my current game, Calamity Farm. It was all going great until I nuked the whole Well, I completely ignored my game design document, made a lot of poor coding decisions which didn't exactly work, and overall it wasn't exactly focused. To start, let's actually do some good game design. Okay, so here's usually one of my first strats. I like to go over to my favorite games and give them a play, just so I have a benchmark on what to avoid. Usually I go over to the negative reviews of my favorite games and see everyone's current nitpicks about how to make the game even better and elevate it. For example, why don't we take a look at 𝘖𝘍𝑗. If you look at the Steam negative reviews, you can see that a lot of people are asking for robot sex. So we know what features to add into our Did you know that game dev is the only art form known to man where stealing is actually encouraged? Well, if you take a look at art, tracing is a taboo, stealing melodies from music can probably get you sued, but, well, for coding on the internet, copying and pasting some random code that you found that works is generally okay and acceptable. Well, the same goes for game design. Millions of games have employed it. Moving forward, left and right jumping, well, that idea isn't unique. Random levels and upgrades, well, Hades actually invented that. Oh wow, you should steal things more. Stealing is good for you. Did you know that Minos Prime's AI is actually documented in the 𝘖𝘍𝑗 wiki? Now, if we hold the shortcuts Control-C and Control, now that you borrowed a bunch, since you came up with a decent game mechanics, probably gonna need to shove that in a game loop. Now, what is a game loop? So you present a player with a problem, beat the stage, you give them the tools, which are the mechanics, to basically solve the problem. Once they complete the problem, you present them with a new problem, which is giving them another stage. If you take, for example, Minecraft, which is a horrible example, oh my god, who wrote the cookie clicker? You click a cookie, it gives you more cookies. The problem is, you want more cookies to unlock the upgrade. How do you do that? By clicking more cookies. And once you unlock the upgrade, what do? You get access to another upgrade, but you need more cookies. So as for the gameplay loop, I'm actually taking a page out of Hades, where you go into a new area, fight all the enemies, and then get an upgrade, and then you go into the next area, and then you fight all the enemies, and then get an upgrade, and then you go into the next area, and then fight all the enemies, and get an upgrade, and then if you go into the next area and fight all the— Now, how do you actually capture the ideas for the kind of vibe you get? I'm gonna play some music. I want you to think about what kind of game would perfectly supplement the music I'm playing. Now, if we played with actual gameplay footage, I can probably guess that you and me had pretty similar ideas here. How do we keep this game loop as tight as possible, just like your mom? I want you to get rid of the thought process that you're designing a game. What you're actually designing is a drug. In Breaking Bad, Walter White has a chemical formula for methamphetamine that is 99.8% pure. Now, you achieve that by getting rid of as many impurities as possible. So once you have your game loop, how much can you cut out? Not actually about adding things, it's about how much you can remove, how much you can use that game loop. Now, let's take Minecraft as an actual good example. Due to popular vote, there was a mob that they implemented into the game called the Glow Squid. That is all you need to know because it serves zero purpose. As for my current project, this is 𝘖𝘍𝑗 Prime. He can do a backflip.